This is my multi-six-figure content strategy. Welcome back to my channel, everyone. If this is your first time, my name is Julian and I run a content agency known as Just Create Studio. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys my exact content strategy that I am using right now to scale my new coaching offer, helping content agency owners scale to 30 to 50K a month. But this is the exact content strategy that I used to scale my own agency. So I know for a fact, guys, that this strategy works. I've implemented this exact content strategy into other agency owners, but also other online coaches, and it works. So with that being said, guys, make sure to watch all the way to the end to get as much value as you can, and let's get right into it. We're no longer in a world of offering a crazy offer and a crazy guarantee, just like Alex Hormozis states in his $100 million offers book. And I'm sure that after reading that, we think that we need to have this crazy, absurd offer and this crazy, absurd guarantee just so we can land some clients and just so we can scale our agency or our service or our coaching program. Now, of course, that does work. I'm not saying that he's dumb. He's obviously the GOAT. Like Alex Hormozi, I look up to him. He's obviously very, very successful. But what I'm trying to say, guys, is that you do not need a crazy offer or guarantee. You don't need that to land clients. You don't need that to scale your agency or your offer. And honestly, I personally myself do not want to offer this crazy guarantee that probably I don't even know how to fulfill and have just a crazy refund rate, because a lot of these companies are implementing this crazy guarantee are usually just marketing machines. They aren't marketing, they're literally advertising this absurd offer, and then they have this crazy refund policy where probably a lot of people are either getting refunds or a lot of people are either getting scammed, because you need to fill out this crazy absurd criteria in order to get the refund. So personally, I just don't want to run a business where I have to deal with all of those things. So what should you focus on, guys? Because I know I talked about the content strategy that's working for me, and then all of a sudden I was talking about the offer, which I'm going to get into. This is all going to play out. Please just stay with me. But essentially what I'm trying to get to, guys, is instead of trying to offer, or instead of focusing on a crazy guarantee or a crazy offer, what you need to really focus on is positioning and your messaging. If you nail those two things down, guys, doesn't matter what offer you have, if you're really speaking in your ideal prospect language, if you're really speaking to them, if you're speaking in their terms, doesn't matter how crazy your offer is, they are still going to buy from you. For example, for our agency, we didn't have this crazy guarantee. It was very simple. The name was Just Create Studio. So what we would do is, hey, our guarantee is that all you have to do is just create and we'll take care of everything else, meaning that we're going to build you a content machine where all you have to do is turn that camera on, shoot the videos that we tell you to, and we will take care of everything else and grow your social media. Very simple. We're not having like, we're going to give you 100 leads or your money back in 30 days. Nothing crazy like that. But how did we get clients? Like, how were we able to still scale? And it's very, very simple. We were able to speak in our ideal prospects language. We knew exactly how to speak to them. We knew exactly how to make content that's going to smack them in the mouth and pull them by the ear. That's how you're going to scale. That's how you're going to attract clients. And that's what this video is going to be about. So let's get right into it, guys. So first, I'm going to go over my content cadence. Now, this is the process of taking a complete stranger into someone who's going to pay you thousands of dollars, because this is what the whole content strategy is about. Because if you want more eyes, guys, don't rely on organic marketing, run some ads, and that's going to solve your top of funnel issue, which is lack of attention. So our first thing is we run ads top of funnel so we can attract eyes to our actual page, which is the easy part, guys. Getting eyes to your page, getting eyes to your offer is the easy part. What the actual hard part is being able to turn someone from a complete stranger into someone who's going to trust you to pay you thousands of dollars. So this is what the content strategy is all about. Because once you have the top of funnel solved, which is literally just running ads, making sure that your ads are optimized, making sure that your script is really calling out your ideal prospect, niching down. I know you guys have probably heard this thousands of times from me, but if you haven't, you need to niche down and you need to solve one problem for one specific person. When you run ads, you want to call out that problem and you want to let them know how you can solve this problem. I don't know if I said that right, but what I meant is you need to call out the ideal prospect and tell them how to solve that one specific problem. So that's what I meant to say. But anyways, going back to the strategy, the hard part again is getting someone from here to here. So how do we do that? Well, it's very simple. I post 6 times a week, Monday through Saturday, but I also post on YouTube once a week. Now I'm going to go over each one first. I'm going to go over the Instagram side first, and then I'm going to explain why I post on YouTube and why I think it is a non-negotiable to be posting on YouTube. So let's talk about Instagram. Out of the 6 posts, I'm gonna have 2 that are directly targeting my ideal prospect. So these are typically videos literally only speaking to them, talking about how they can solve a problem, talking about how they can get to their ideal outcome, whatever it is. Essentially, I only want to speak to my ideal prospect within those 2 videos. Now, the other 3 to 4 videos are going to be about myself, are going to be about my personal brand, my expertise, and my story. Now, it's a little bit different because I'm in coach now, but when I was an agency owner, guys, typically it was mainly content talking about my ideal prospect, and the other content was talking about my personal brand, my expertise, just general broad Instagram growth, or how to optimize your Instagram, or whatever your service is really. So what you guys would do if you're an agency owner, so let's just say you're posting Monday through Saturday, I would say 3 to 4 of them are going to be directly targeting your ideal prospect, and the other 2 to 3 are going to be about yourself, your story, personal interest, and your expertise. Because at the end of the day, we are building a personal brand, and what's really going to build trust with these people is your story, is yourself, and just being unique. Because at the end of the day, guys, anyone can make a video about top 3 tips on how to get more leads through Instagram. If you're a real estate agent, anybody can make that, but what nobody can replicate is your own story. What nobody can take away from you are your experiences, your opinions, your personal interest, and that's what's going to build the trust, guys. And if you have a limiting belief that, well, I don't think anyone's going to care about my opinion, I had that limiting belief too, but I promise you guys, there's going to be people out there that resonate with what you have to say, and you'd be surprised by how posting a very certain topic about yourself or maybe your story will land you a client. Because when you have a sales call and you have the guys like, yeah, I really resonated with what you had to say, or it's like, yeah, I liked your story about you talking about this and this, so yeah, I figured I'd hop on a call with you. So you'd be very surprised, guys. So I understand it's a big limiting belief for some of you, but trust me, that is what's going to separate you. That's what's going to make you, and that's what's going to make your own blue ocean out of this space. So let's talk about messaging as well. A lot of you guys probably don't know what messaging means. You hear it all the time, but messaging is the actual thing that you are saying within your content. Now, what I mean by dialing in your messaging, it's very simple. You want to make content that's going to smack your ideal prospect in the mouth and pull them by the ear. So for example, I now target content agency owners. If you look at my content, you have probably resonated with some of my reels because I was literally talking directly to you. For example, a very specific video for content agency owners is, here are 3 things you need to delegate: quality control, invoices, and script writing. What other person is going to know that? Only content agency owners are going to know that, which is a very small group, but the people who do see that are going to resonate a lot with that, and the chances of them joining my program is going to increase. But guys, I'm in the game of attracting the right people instead of attracting the broader audience, who most of the time are brokies. You see, because I've gone viral before. I've gotten millions and millions of views before on my own page, and I literally had to archive those posts because I was just attracting the wrong people. And it's crazy how I'm making more money now that my videos are getting a lot less views than when I was getting millions of views. And it's all because I am deep diving into one niche, and I'm speaking directly to the people that I want to speak with. I'm speaking to the people who are going to pay me thousands of dollars. So that is the actual messaging. You need to test your messaging. You really need to speak in your ideal prospect's language. For example, real estate investors, they use terms like cash flow, deal flow, and just certain other words that content agency owners don't use. For example, for agencies, we use MRR, we use Blue Ocean Offer, we use Instagram, like we use certain terminology, right? Same with real estate agents, they have different terminology. Lawyers, they have different terminology, right? And the list goes on. So you really need to figure out what terminology your people use or your ideal prospects use, and use that within your actual content. Now, how do you figure out your actual messaging? So guys, these are going to be 2 exercises that I want you to really pay attention to. I teach this within this actual program, and I've actually learned them for a few people. I learned it from Grayson. He was one person I learned it from. Shout out Grayson. But it's very, very powerful exercises, because this is how you can really nail down your messaging and really like figure out like, what do I make content on? So the first one is caveats. So on this screen or on the actual edit, you're going to see the actual caveat itself. I'm going to put a screenshot up, and I'm going to put a screenshot of mine. So in the middle, what you're going to do is you're going to put your ideal prospect. My ideal prospect is an agency owner that wants to scale to 30K a month. That's my ideal prospect. Now on the actual lines pointing out, you're going to write, what do they desire the most? Agency owners, what they desire the most is MRR, not being a slave to their business, consistent lead flow, consistent revenue, more qualified people, location freedom, living life on their own terms, and the list goes on. So those are the caveats that my ideal prospect wants. Now you want to do that exact same thing with your own people. For example, real estate investors. I always go to real estate investors because I know them. That's who I worked with. What they want more is consistent deal flow for their properties, for wholesaling deals. They typically want more coaching clients and more consistent coaching clients. They want to grow their social media without spending too much time on it, and a few other things. things. So now that we have this exercise built out, now we can make several content ideas on the actual videos or on the actual ideal outcomes that we have written down for our person. So for example, content agency owners, one of them I said was not being a slave to their business. So a video that I can make is, if you're a content agency owner, here's how you cannot be a slave in your own business. Boom, there's a video idea right there. But guys, this is so powerful. I really want you to pay attention. You guys need to lean in on this one and really pay attention, turn the volume up. This is how you make good content. You figure out their ideal outcomes and you tell them how to get there or how to solve a problem, typically with your service or with your program, without really selling yourself. Now, if you don't know what that means, is for example, my program where I teach people, I have a roadmap, right? I have certain things that I actually teach within my program. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give all of that stuff away that I actually teach in my program, and I'm going to make content on how agency owners can get out of the rat race or not be a slave with building the right systems that I teach in my program. So essentially, I'm giving all of the value away in my program for free, telling my ideal prospect how they can get to their ideal destination, their ideal outcome with the actual stuff that I'm teaching within the program. Now, this goes back to the Alex Hormozis approach, is where you want to give everything away for free and sell the implementation, which is exactly what we're doing, guys. If you're an agency owner specifically, what you want to do is you're typically selling the done for you. So you guys want to give away your whole systems, your whole processes, everything for free, because you guys are selling the implementation of it. But the main thing, guys, is you don't want to sell the actual service, because a lot of you guys, instead of making content on the destination, which is like, for example, let's just say Las Vegas is the destination, you guys are typically making content on the plane ride, on how to actually, like, hey, a plane ticket costs $1,000. This is how you can get to Las Vegas. You guys are making tons of tactical videos, which is great, but you guys need to make more content on how you can get to the destination, of how easy it is to get to the destination instead of all the tactical things. So sometimes what you guys can do is you can kind of psych your ideal prospects out by making content on all these crazy tactics. So you make them think, it's like, oh wow, well, this is like a lot harder and it's probably going to take up a lot more time, so I'm probably not going to do it. But instead, you want to give them what they want and sell them what they need. And typically they want the whole easy process. They want the whole fairy tale thing, right? So give away your information for free, but don't psych people out, showing them how hard the whole process is. Now, the second exercise you guys want to do is a simple transformation. It's point A and point B. Point A is where your current clients are currently at, lack of lead flow, lack of Instagram clarity, whatever it is. And B is their ideal outcome. So it's pretty much a very similar exercise, as in, this is where they're currently at, this is where they're struggling with, and this is where they want to go. And again, you make content on both of those things. If you guys want an example, I'll put it up on the screen right now and you guys can look at it. You guys make sure to pause the video, take a screenshot, and then use it for yourself. But my content and ads follow a very simple framework. The hook, I am going to call out my ideal prospect, right? Content agency owners, yada, yada, yada. The next thing is typically going to be tons of value and also the big idea. The big idea is simply like, hey, this is how you cannot be a slave within your business. That is the big idea. And then what I do is I give value and I give actionable steps on how they can do that. And then the call to action is simply follow for more. Now let's talk about YouTube. Why do I post on YouTube once a week? So you remember when in the beginning of the video, I talked about my content strategy is all based around how fast can we turn a stranger into someone who's going to pay us thousands of dollars, right? YouTube is going to make that process a lot faster, because if someone is able to watch a 10-minute video of you of providing straight value on how they can go from point A to point B, the chances of them actually buying from you now or reaching out to you has just increased by 50%. And think about how many reels they would have to watch in order to gain that level of trust, right? A 10-minute video, reels are typically 30 seconds to a minute, so they'd probably have to watch anywhere from 15 to 20 reels, which can take a month instead of them watching just a 1 minute or a 10-minute YouTube video. And guys, long form is the name of the game. I'm sure that you guys have probably wanted to buy from me once, or maybe buy from someone else, maybe buy from Iman or another person, just because you watched the long form video, a YouTube video them, or maybe even a podcast, and you really got to know them, really got to know their expertise, how they speak, their tonality, and see if you kind of vibe with them. I know for a fact that I've literally have bought 2 to 3 coaching programs just because I've watched their YouTube videos. I saw how much value that they can provide, and I really resonated with them. So that goes the same with us. We want to make YouTube videos so we can close that gap, and so we can make sure that these people are buying from us instead of our own competition. Now, if you're an agency owner, you don't typically need to be posting once a week, but you definitely want to have 2 very, 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 very well done YouTube videos. And typically The first one is about your unique mechanism, whatever the process is of how you can take your ideal prospect from point A to point B. So real estate investors, this is how you can use my process to go from 10K a month to 100K a month. The second one is typically a case study or the story of how you were able to do that with someone. So that's going to be just like a basic overview of the whole story. That's going to build massive trust with these people. But those are typically the only 2 YouTube videos that you really need. You really want to focus on them. Now, what you want to do is you want to funnel people from your Instagram, because Instagram is going to be the place where you are gaining traffic and where you're getting attention and gaining eyes. And then you want to funnel them into YouTube, which is the nurturing process where you want to build massive trust. But again, with YouTube, guys, you want to give away everything for free, all of the value, all of your processes, because you guys are selling the implementation. You want people to wonder, it's like, wow, this guy's free stuff was that good. I want to know how much their paid stuff is. Devin Show said that in the podcast. If you guys haven't watched that podcast, make sure to watch it. That's his whole content strategy as well. Just give everything away for free. The lead magnets, the YouTube videos, give everything away for free, because you want people to like think, wow, I want more. This guy just provided so much value for free. What is his paid stuff? Now, if you guys have this content cadence nailed down, 6 reels a week, and you're nailing down your messaging, you're really talking to your ideal prospects, and you also have a few YouTube videos talking to them, providing tons of value, giving everything away for free, there's no reason that you're not going to be able to scale your agency, land clients, attract clients, and build an agency that serves you and not you serving the agency. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys loved this video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.